Hello and welcome to Life with Ofijuro. My name is Otibega Ogene Ofijuro. Today we're going to be talking about life of an entrepreneur in their early 20s. Trust me, entrepreneurs in their early 20s, they have a lot of struggles when it comes to keeping their business, protecting their brand, and growing their brand. Reasons like funds, if they're doing the right thing, if they should stop and pause, they should just probably go back and rebrand. There's a lot of struggle, or I feel like there's one thing that keeps us going as an entrepreneur in our 20s is that we see how far entrepreneurs have gone, people that are older than us, we see how far they've gone in their whole entrepreneurship journey, and we really, 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 really want to be at that level with them. I started my entrepreneurship journey immediately after I finished secondary school. I was selling Zubo. From Zubo, I moved to this. From Zubo, I moved to that. It was tough to keep one business. Do you get? And then I decided to pause and rebrand. Yeah, I did rebrand it because from Zubo I started selling perfumes. It didn't go well, and then I was like, okay, what should I do? And then my auntie imported souvenirs. I was selling souvenirs as well. All these things were taking place in my grandma's shop, but it still like did not go well. It still did not go the way I wanted it to go. Do you get? So I did like a rebranding, and I had to like go outside and learn more and come back and ask myself, what do I really want to do? And I started. So I had like a change of name. It was first Pages Enterprise. From Pages Enterprise, it went to Writers Hub. From Writers Hub, it went to Wonderful Digital Cafe. Now, why I tagged my brand Wonderful Digital Cafe was because just we will have a cyber cafe, a physical cyber cafe where you can go there, you print your document, you type your document. Likewise, you can do it with Wonderful Digital Cafe. It's just that ours happens to be online. So we are more like I'm more like an online digital brand. Same where we have a physical cafe brand. You call my brand an online digital brand. So I had to like rebrand. And the branding came with a lot of ideas because there's one thing I do whenever I learn something new, I always make sure I practice whatever I am learning. So if there's one thing about people that are in their 20s struggling to keep their business, struggling to start a business, one thing that always happens is confusion. Because trust me, I was honestly confused. I felt like, okay, probably I'm doing too much. Probably I have to pick a niche. But that's the thing. Most times you can't really, really, really pick a niche because they'll always tell you pick your niche. Yes, one thing as an entrepreneur, you have to pick your niche. But what if you cannot pick your niche? That's what happened to me. I could not pick my niche because when it comes to creative directing, I love creative directing. I love to create ideas. I love to create videos that has to do with my ideas and all that. And I did a lot of that in school. So I'm like, okay, I really, really want to try creative directing. I even did it in NIC camp. I brought out a creative idea for my platoon. So I was like, okay, I really, really want to put it out there that I'm a creative director. But I can't be like, oh, I'm just going to focus on creative directing alone. No. So I had to call myself a name. So it's not like I have to pick my niche. No, my niche are much. I'm a creative director. I'm a creative writer. I write content. I write creative ideas. And I'm a US researcher, an academic researcher, an academic writer. Do you get? So imagine me having all these things. I have to call myself a name. And I started off with calling myself a digital nomad. I was like, digital nomad doesn't really, really make sense. I was like, okay, what will I call myself? Because they're telling me pick a niche. And that is one confusing thing in business ideas. So picking a niche, I had to pick my niche, and my niche was everything that has to do with digital. People call me tech guru. Thank you for that. But I had to give myself a niche, and that was how I called myself a digital entrepreneur. So if there's one thing about entrepreneurship, or if there's one thing about people in their 20s wanting to start their business, the first thing that confuses them is niche. What will I want to do? Mostly when they have a lot of things that they really, really love to do. They'll be like, okay, can I do this thing? Is it right? Is it you get? Another thing is funds. Some will say you need money to start a business. Others will say you don't really need money to start a business. Well, in my line of work, do I really need money to start a business? Oh, but you need money to start business. It's all almost times there are some services you render that you don't basically need money to start it. You just need to like have a phone and just put it out there that, okay, I'm into this whole thing and people patronize you. Like for some that need money to start their business. We're talking of baking, we're talking of graphics. Because graphics requires money to obviously you need to have a laptop, you need to learn more details about graphics and all that. So if there's another thing that affects life of an entrepreneur in their 20s, it's finances. Mostly when you come from a place where you have to struggle to be the best, you have to struggle to want to prove to people that you are the best. It is difficult to keep businesses. It is difficult to get finances to keep businesses, and that is it. So basically, the basic two things that affects entrepreneurs in their 20s is their niche and their finances. So basically that was what happened to me. Mm, my niche, I had to give myself a niche, and most cases, finances. I was confused. I was losing money big time. Even when I started the whole recession thing, academic research, I was researching projects while I was in school. The first the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks were good. But from the seventh or more, I was saying, God help me. I was losing money big time. I was in big debt because I was trying to protect my brand. And then another thing that also affects entrepreneurs in their 20s is everything about them is their brand. They always want to protect their brand. If their brand is failing big time, they don't want to listen to complaints that's going to affect their brand. Everything they want to do is, oh, I need to protect my brand. I need to protect my brand. And that was the same thing for me. If anybody is making a mistake, if anybody is making a complaint about what I'm doing, I would panic and I would want like, okay, no, I need to like work on this. I need to work on this. But as time goes further, as time, as one keeps getting matured, people are always going to complain. That's one thing I tell myself. Even though you put yourself out there, you put the best there, people always want to complain. So yeah, being an entrepreneur in early 20s is stressful because confusion comes. Mostly when you know that you are not meant to be a 9 to 5 person. Trust me, being a 9 to 5 person, it comes with stress. So most when you know that you're not meant to be a 9 to 5 person, you're always going to want to put efforts in starting that brand of yours. So finances affects brand. What's it called? Confusion affects brand. That's why you see some persons they start perfume today, tomorrow they're starting hair, the next tomorrow they're you get. But in all these days, you can actually like gather everything together and just name yourself, give yourself a name. So if you're out there and you're an entrepreneur and you're confused about mostly in your 20s and you're confused about what to do, how to go about it, the only thing I'll just tell you is just give yourself a name. You can want to do a lot of things. You might want to be a nail tech, um air people that air fixers. You might want to be in line of beauty and be like, they tell me to pick it, they tell me to pick it. You can actually combine everything and just give yourself a name. Basically, that's what I did. So when I call myself a digital entrepreneur, I always tell people digital entrepreneur because it specializes everything, not really everything, but it specializes a lot that has to do with digital work, a lot that has to do with online activities. So give yourself a name, very important. And when you're protecting your brand, try as much as possible not to overdo it because you overdoing it, someone will tell you, oh, this is fucked up, and whereas you know you are putting effort to do that thing, but because you're trying to protect your brand, you're like, okay, I'll go and redo it. That one is big loss. You get it's big loss from your end. So when you're trying to protect your brand, don't overdo it. And when it comes to finances, if there's one thing I'd learned over time, if you need money to like start your brand, it is necessary you go out there to hustle your money first before starting your brand. When I mean hustle your money before starting your brand, you go out there to work before starting your brand. You won't be like, oh, I just need to borrow like 500k. No, even if you want to borrow money, you should know how you're putting your money. You should know how you're investing your money, so that when it's time to pay that money, you would know that okay, I'm paying this money because this money has provided a lot for me, and this is like an access to pay what I borrowed. So if you want to start your brand and you're thinking of borrowing, just know that you borrowing when it's time to pay back, you have to like climb a lot, and not just that. You want to start your brand. I feel like you should go out there to work. You get you have to go out there to work, you have to go out there to hustle, you have to go out there to gather money first. It's more like you have to work for somebody before you build your stuff. That is basically it. So yeah, to all entrepreneurs out there, keep pushing. We're going to meet our targets one day and then we're going to be a big brand because we all want to be a big brand and we are definitely going to be a big brand. Thank you. My name remains Otibuda Ogene of Future and this is Life of Future. Thank you.